Welcome to another episode of Meet My Pro. Today I have the awesome luxury of meeting and talking about Mr. Wade Maupin at ASI Insurance. Hello, Wade. Welcome to the program.
Robert, thank you. Good to be here.
So ASI, what's that stand for?
Associated Services and Insurance.
Okay.
That's why we call it ASI for short.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be a mouthful otherwise.
Yeah, we're right on.
Wow, so you and I have known each other a long time, and I've seen you navigate this insurance industry for all of its quirks and everything. But before we get there, what brought you into the insurance industry to start with? Why did you jump into this career?
Well, great question. My brother Jeff, who's 5 years older than I am.
Okay.
And my first career actually was in the funeral service business.
Okay.
I've spent a number of years in that business.
I see.
And my brother and I were having dinner one night, and I said, "Tell me about your job." And he says, "How come?" And I said, "Because I'm working all hours of the night. I'm up through the night, weekends, holidays." And he looked at me and he says, "Wade, if you can talk to people at the worst possible time of their life, you can sure as heck do this job."
Right. Okay.
And I just casually said, put my name in, and following Monday I was called by somebody, and there you go.
Boom.
Boom.
How long have you been doing this?
26 years.
26 years.
26 years.
Boy, that's as old as some of our viewers out there. So, in 26 years' time, now you're primarily residential,
Correct.
and you're doing single-family residential homes. You're doing farms. You're doing properties, all in Missouri and Kansas.
Correct. Correct.
Walk us through a little bit, if someone was to meet you, what your process is to get them answers on their mortgage or on their lending.
On the insurance side? Sure.
I'm the lender, damn it, on your insurance options. So to walk us through that. What's the process?
Absolutely. So, first of all, I think a lot of agents get in a big hurry and they just want to quote you for numbers and whatever. I have a form that I use. It's very, very short, very, very simple. It's pertinent information. Name, date of birth, occupation, a little bit about the property.
Okay.
And I can take that and I can run with that with a customer base. What I do, I'm a broker, independent agent, so I have multiple carriers that I work with. So we have one operating system. When we put that in there, it's almost like hitting a spinning wheel, and it spins the companies in order from top to bottom. And then I go into each individual website and pay attention to detail.
Wow.
It's a process, it really is.
So for that to be really beneficial to someone utilizing you, how many of these companies can you take a peek at for somebody?
Great question. So at ASI, we only do business with A or A plus rated companies.
Okay.
So when I say that, I'm talking about Travelers, Safeco, Hartford, Auto Owners, Cincinnati, some of the big names you see on.
And how do they get that rating?
AM Best company gives an insurance rating for all carriers across the United States.
I see.
It's kind of a big deal. Now, we prefer A plus rated companies or A rated companies because it gives you the confidence to know that they have the financial stability to pay your claim.
Okay.
And they also, if they're pretty solvent like most of our carriers are, that means that when they do raise rates, because they all raise rates each year, they're going to do that in a conservative format. They're not going to give you a 25% in most cases.
Okay.
They're going to bump you 5 or 10%.
I see.
Something like that.
A question that someone had shared with me, and I just want to ask an insurance agent. Is it inevitably the situation that your insurance each year is always going up on you? Is that just the protocol of the insurance industry right now? Or is that just, you've been in it all this time. Was there ever a time where the insurance rates just kind of stay stagnant and you didn't see much of a change? Or is there always change going on?
There's always change going on, number one.
Okay.
Number two, a lot of folks don't realize with a homeowner's policy, you've got an inflation protector endorsement, which means that they're going to bump your coverage up a little bit every year, which triggers a little bit of a rate. A lot of folks think they're getting a rate increase.
Okay.
It's a coverage increase. So I've seen some years where it might get like a 2 or 3% increase. You don't really notice that on your premium. It's when you get that and a rate increase that looks like a 10%. Like they just raised your rates because of.
I see.
Okay, but everybody has an inflation protector, and that just keeps up with the pace of building costs, supply chain. COVID-19 really taught us a big lesson in the property business as far as supply chain, labor shortage and inflation and everything.
The costs associated with replacement things.
It was incredible.
It kind of just changed the whole landscape.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that and a little bit about how properties have changed and values have changed when we come back to learn a little bit more about Wade Maupin on Meet My Pro here at Americans Mortgage Bank in Gladstone. We'll talk to you in just a second.